Start the meeting. There you go.
Looks like you did it.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
that's okay. That's nice to say. David.
Hey, Sean, I'm sorry I missed your phone call.
Okay. Anyway, get it started, but all we get is
He's
a.
trying to find just his picture on the screen with a big one. You can't get his picture.
We're dead in the water here.
I'm in the water.
What? On the Zoom? Yes. And all I get is the big W6SFM screen here.
Is there a thing where it's called?
How are you, young man?
Right now.
Tell him what you're trying to do. You're trying to get your picture up there.
Yeah, we're trying to get our picture on there.
About being a host?
9.5 hours.
So you're in the Zoom application, you went to start a meeting.
Yep. And it said it's recording.
It's recording. Okay, so it sounds like your gallery is off, so up at the top part of the screen,
Second.
there should be some choices on what your, what the view is.
All right, we'll put it on gallery.
Try gallery.
I did try gallery. We get a little bit of a picture, but it's mostly, somebody get that, please. It's mostly just W6SM, big screen there.
Oh, hey, we got SOS. Bob's here. He's gonna solve all of it.
What's that?
I don't know. Bob, we need you.
What?
David usually does this and he's not here.
Yeah.
John's about to slit his wrist.
Just about.
What you doing?
Well, I don't know, or I'd be doing it.
So it looks like you're in the meeting.
Well,
See his
okay.
picture up there?
So how come we
He
only
doesn't
get,
want it that way. He wants a little window with his picture up
we
there.
don't want all this here. All right?
Yeah, that's interesting. So click view here
Yeah.
We've been there.
and go to
Good for
speaker.
you. I'm gonna be on a bicycle and.
Give you a chance to, no, you know what? I take that back. Go to view.
Oh, good.
Huh?
Yeah, it's a
Go
50
to,
kilometer ride. We did it last year.
Gosh darn.
In November, Carolina.
So you don't want immersive view.
Wine ride. That's a.
Go ahead and
that's a
let
45
Kevin
mile.
in here.
But about 9 wineries.
Then-
That's not
You have to be sober when you finish?
bad.
Speaker
pretty
or
picky.
gallery.
I've done it enough.
Neither one
times.
works.
I
There's gallery.
stop at maybe 4 of them.
Stop sharing your screen. Do you want to share your
No.
screen? Are you sharing your screen?
I don't know.
It doesn't look like you are.
Okay, we don't want to.
Okay.
We haven't got Kevin's picture up there.
Is anybody joined?
Yes.
One. See, we got speaker. And that sort of works, but what's all this background here? We don't want that.
So a friend of mine's getting rid of some radio gear.
Whiteboard?
Oh, that's.
No, not
you know what,
whiteboard.
Put yourself in another.
You know what?
He has a nice 706 Mark II screwdriver and kind of
Just put security stop video.
pretty nice.
Change the background to what?
Click stop video.
706 has a CW filter.
Yeah, there. And now, click
He has
this
2
little up arrow
HWA
thing here.
QRP breakers.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Do you want a virtual background? I don't
No,
think you do.
no.
Yeah, he's got
So choose virtual background.
a real.
Go ahead and select it.
Astron
Yeah.
power supply with
Click on
meters,
it.
transformers and everything, not a switch.
And now,
He has an index.
We don't
lab
want a virtual background.
so I wanted to turn it off
Yeah.
because it looked like you had one on.
They were
Yeah, it did.
crunchy for a while.
Scroll up here. Scroll up here.
I had one.
Go none.
They
None.
made it
Oh, I
for
just did it for
maybe
you.
3 or 4
There you
years,
go.
something like that.
Now close that window.
Close
Yeah,
that.
there it goes.
Yeah.
No, they're not. They're-
So do you,
This
so
looks so good.
now turn your camera on.
HWAs are rock bad, I think.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
look at
And
that.
here we are.
Very good.
Yeah.
Hello.
See, Bob saved your ass. You
Ah.
don't have to slit those wrists.
Well, hey, don't go too far away, Bob.
I'll be right back. Just in the nick of time.
All right, are you gonna be on Zoom or are you doing something else, David?
I'm busy with something else at the moment.
Okay, all right, thanks. See you later.
This
Bye.
is pretty exciting, isn't it?
won't miss.
You know, I wait all month for one of these so I can watch all this.
Aren't you the presenter tonight?
I am.
Oh.
All I have to do is plug in my little USB thingy and read from the script.
That works.
I got it all done.
Yeah.
You gotta.
Well, you have
Okay,
to
that's
have it
good.
approved.
Approved?
Okay, we are recording.
In state service.
Now.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I was just thinking, it's something even a retired state is like.
Approved.
Oh.
Now
Amazing
we're going
concept.
to,
Yeah.
Yes, how you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good.
Are you a he or a him or it or I have to have that next to your name too?
He, she, and it. Say that fast 3 times.
that's about what it all means,
You can.
as far as I'm concerned, if you say it fast. But let's not go there.
No, we got time.
Let's not go there. We got other things.
Somewhere you need, see where it says
You've been in the
participants.
jarvis a lot.
You should be able to bring up,
As a retired union.
Yeah, over 4
Okay.
years. Yeah.
So is that a thing?
is Kevin,
Couple pronouns?
oh, Kevin
Kevin, can you hear us?
quiet.
It's enforced.
What if Kevin's got his camera on?
I don't understand it anyway, so I kind of do
Kevin, you need
it.
to
Because
unmute.
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, good, good,
All
good.
right. Hey.
But
So you can
do
hear
have-
it, so it's
do you have your-
working now, okay.
You have video on, Kevin.
Can you see us also?
Chris, you tell.
Yes,
I mean,
yes, thanks to the new revelation you had there.
well, there's a place for Kevin's
Yeah.
picture, but he's not transmitting a picture.
Oh, that's okay.
That's all right.
That's optional.
So we're in good shape. We got everything.
Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, so far we just have, we have 3 now.
David's waiting in the waiting room.
We'll see. I mean-
Should we let him in? I don't know. He didn't show up.
No,
I don't know. I guess we'll let him in.
Oh, there you
Wow.
go.
Okay.
So how we're not in the market.
Did you get online?
that's a lot of equipment right
All righty.
Quiet?
We're getting here. Glad Bob showed up.
Yeah, good thing.
Save my
Save
butt.
Seriously.
Save my
Yeah.
butt.
Just
Here,
about.
They're gonna be.
So what do we do wrong, Bob?
I don't know, I think
The
the,
background.
having a background there, just kind of.
Yeah, it was a virtual background
Virtual background.
that we didn't want.
And the camera wasn't on.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, was? Really?
It was bleeding through a little bit, but not enough.
But you look good when you kind of fade in and fade out.
Yeah, probably.
My
looked
wife
better
looks
on.
at me in that exact same
Yeah.
way.
Yeah,
I can
vampire.
fade out.
You never fade in or fade out?
Those cameras with the virtual background really rely upon close proximity to decide what should be in and out, and I think you're just,
Oh,
Too
okay,
far
well, that
away.
long,
Oh, that could be-
it was floating all over the
yeah,
place.
yeah, so.
Because we would just kind of fade in and.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it was. Good, good.
now.
Glad we got that
QSB.
handled. Thanks to Bob.
Wow.
Okay, we never did get to present this, very valuable certificate to, AI6U, AKI Chris, AKI Donald C. Watson.
I can do anything.
Whoever heard of him? I don't
I
know.
know Don Carson.
Yeah, yeah.
He's not related.
The
So-
golden foot.
This is for the hand and foot contest.
Cool.
So let me show this here. Can you see that okay?
Yeah, almost readable.
Almost. And we even got it in Morris braid down here at the bottom. We got your call in there.
All right, cool.
So there's your certificate.
Well, thank you, guy. Ooh, it looks like braille, I can figure it out.
Well, this right here,
It's
Morris
not-
braille.
It's not traditional braille.
No, it's Morris braille.
Yeah.
That's as good as I could do.
Not very good.
Did you use a nail to make the indentations?
What's that?
Did you use a nail to make the indentations?
No.
All right, cool.
That's pretty cool.
Nice paper. Yeah.
Yeah, fancy paper.
We spared no expense.
That's what I was trying to say. Yes, thank you.
Certify the ancestry.
Okay, so,
So what's what we got here?
yeah,
Get that out of the way.
yeah, go ahead and go do it, Chris.
All right, I know, I'm here, I think. Oh, I see, what's his name over there? All right, Phil, he's here.
I'm
John's
here.
here. Which
Participants.
Okay, 89 MDPs here.
Mike and Dennis, right?
That's right.
Yep.
That's what we got here. Now, who got
Don't
what?
forget John.
Ron Lindgren's
And I'm a
there.
guest.
He's a guest.
Yes.
I'll guess, Ron.
You did?
WB6 DMX, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we talked to
Let's pass that
him.
back over
We
to
talked
the-
to
See, hams don't have last names, we have calls and we have first names.
Right, you do.
I called for years and don't know what their last
You
name
know, my
is.
wife always calls me Mud, that must be
Well,
mine.
that's just a pet name between,
That's your pet.
so,
Pet name?
between spouses,
That doesn't
we're not gonna talk about that.
What's your name, what's your call phonetically, Bob?
Which one?
Your call?
Ron,
Ron.
Ron.
Ron, I mean.
Yeah, WB6 DMX.
E-N-X.
M. Like in Mary.
Oh, yeah, Mary.
That's the trouble with CW operators, we don't know the phonetics and
Yeah.
It doesn't help
we have
us
to
much.
think for 5 minutes, yeah.
So it's Delta Fox Mike, right?
Yeah,
Got it.
Mike X-ray.
X-ray.
That's on my X-ray.
Hey, yo, DMX. Oh, it should have been BMX. I would have known it.
Yeah.
He visited at the contest for a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
yep.
It's called-
Glad you came back.
Yeah,
We
actually,
didn't
he gave us-
scare you off, huh?
Well, no.
Well, he gave us a point too. Remember,
Sounds
he
sounds kinda
contacted us?
iffy, but, huh?
He contacted us, remember?
That's
He got
right,
later
that's
in
right.
the day,
You got a contact, right?
Yep.
A letter for Okie, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're rabid.
They're rabbit. Are you on the chicken side too?
Yeah, yeah, he's chicken side.
That's the other side of Sunset, we call it chicken side.
Left over there.
This is the turkey side.
You got the
Yeah.
both.
You got both, huh?
Okay.
You're double blessed.
Who's online
Hey,
here?
Bob,
Okay, online we have Kevin
when it comes time
That's it?
for me to do my.
and David,
My
David.
PowerPoint's on there, it starts off one
J6
sixty.
CIM and
Okay.
There's all kinds of crap on there.
Kevin, yeah. All right,
Well, hey.
so we have minutes from last meeting, any of that stuff?
Well, yeah, well, last meeting was, on September 1st. So you're in the dove hunting, that's, what's going on that day. Anyway, relevant.
That's when we had bad internet there, but we got that
Oh,
fixed.
yeah, that was it.
Got 200 megabytes now, up and down.
Dove hunting, is that what you said?
That's what he said.
Okay, anyway, we had, 15 members show up, 15 people show up for last meeting. Which is good, I'm looking for the notes when I'm doing it, so sorry about that, I just had them here. And the,
Want me to read them for you?
yeah, thank you.
You are bad.
All right.
You could kick him, Chris.
Yeah,
It's on your report,
But-
because I got a broker bank account at Tri-County Bank,
all right, another milestone.
yeah. And we had technical difficulties here, so they were in and
Yeah,
out.
that's understatement.
Do we have a treasurer's report or do we?
We
actually-
do,
Oh,
We
okay.
got-
printed in pink.
In pink, wow.
Okay.
All right, so K7SF.
I had no idea.
He gave us a presentation on the Signal One CX7 and 1030 project, and he converted it to column 3 KWM380, and K6CAM showed off his Cedar Rapids bug. Not pretty much a highlight. And as far as on the air, I think we had, 35 last month, check-in? That's not bad, not bad, so that's what happened last month. I'm looking here, there we go. Let's see if I'm right, yeah, we had 4 sessions last month on the air, and we had a total of 34 check-ins. Okay, there we go, that's for October. So, let's see.
No, for September.
I mean September, sorry.
Yeah, this is October.
I know. Anyway,
That's
that's the
okay.
note from last month, pretty sparse, but, we're talking about TTC a little bit, and wait for John and to get their act together over here, but it never happened, so.
Oh, last week?
Dropped out last month, yeah,
Last month, yeah.
but they got it resolved, so.
Okay,
Anyway, that's the note,
yeah, Dennis had a great suggestion on using the Ethernet cable,
now talk about money now.
but anyway. Yeah, so Phil is chomping at the bit for his report there, so you might as well.
On the pink piece of paper.
Okay, that's your preference.
Well, as it sits right now, we currently have a balance in our bank account of $3,763.36.
Wow.
Year to date, we have expended $481 and no cents. And we have a notes payable liability of $431.
Okay, got it.
And the account is in balance.
Impact.
Even better.
In other words, we agree with the bank.
It's in the bank.
Well, naturally.
Right,
Right.
in case somebody didn't know what that meant. All right,
That's the end of my report.
is that,
Very good report, yeah.
that quick, huh? Okay.
It's about time, huh?
Well, now we can talk about, if I can do this without trashing that,
About CQP.
we can talk about CQP. And just give me an hour here and I'll have it brought up. California State QSO Party. All right.
Summary on that thing.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go to, we had 208 contacts.
Nice.
Total points, 624. Total score, 27,456 with 44 multipliers. And then the breakdown here is statistics. Yeah, so that's as big as it goes, I guess. So we got, 45% on 20 meters, 37% on 40 meters, 18% on 80 meters.
Well, where's 15?
We didn't do 15.
Yeah, we did.
Yes, you did. I heard you.
I remember.
You sure about that?
Absolutely.
Well, somehow we didn't get it recorded then.
I was gonna say, I thought that when I left, we were up to 47 multipliers. Could be wrong.
That would be the 15-meter edition that we don't have.
Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah, because I thought we had 240 contacts.
I thought we did 270.
Better all the time.
Well, we have lots of thoughts. Did anybody write anything down?
I think we need a new statistician.
I think so, yeah. But according to this,
Well, I wouldn't want to make time, I'm gonna do it.
And there must be a band.
So,
I think I'm missing.
I know you guys
This thing
run
that
15.
says all.
You gotta have.
I got.
oh, you're right, we're the last 20. Okay, let's start over, I lied.
But I don't know. But
We'll
the
find
number,
out
the
here.
multipliers on the right didn't change, so.
This looks the same. 80, 40, and 20.
It was great, by the way.
Yeah, pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
I've frozen some, people get tired of stuff and.
I heated it up just a little bit more.
No, that's fine.
Let it cool off.
This is deja vu of party
We
line.
didn't kill it,
Yeah.
kill it, or put it in a dish. And put it in a
So-
little ditch.
I think I'll just leave it.
401,
No,
that, and you were on 80 meters when you stopped, right?
but I'll put in a little distance.
So 1616
Yellows might want it.
That's right,
minus 7, 915.
that's about right. I don't think we did 15.
I know you
We
do.
didn't hear anybody on 15.
Yeah, you did.
I got a
Yeah.
note from you saying I switched to 15.
Oh, I
And this
saw
is
that
the
too
frequency.
later.
Well,
Oh,
And
from
if I'm not
somebody.
mistaken, I actually listened to his call and CQ.
Well,
I didn't
okay.
get anything coming back.
So I guess we gotta figure this out later. I don't know why it would be,
It was really long, I never hardly heard any US over the Europe.
Well, that could be, but I did hear you calling CQ at 15.
But we never went to 10.
or maybe we call CQ on 15.
I might want to
Maybe
chase
contact.
another brand.
I did hear
I think that's what happened then.
Something nice.
We gave it up.
Somebody else might want a little taste, we'll just burn that tiny little bottle.
Who are we hearing?
Kevin's house.
Oh. I thought maybe there was somebody else I needed to let in here,
Oh, seeing that.
but it looks like participants still 3, okay.
So we didn't do 15. What happened?
No, I remember now. We started out on 15, I said, let's try the highest,
Yeah,
and called CQ, didn't get anybody. And then 20's hopping, so we went to 20, we never came back, we never made a contact on 15.
But you came back to 15. You were on 20 when I first heard you.
Not
And then
according
I
to
got
the law.
an email from you saying we're changing to 15.
we didn't do very much on 15, you're right. I guess we didn't get anything, I guess.
Not
Yeah,
according to the
I
law.
would think that's probably what happened.
I guess.
I would say so.
So you have how many on 20, 40%?
Well, let me go back to that.
I mean, more than that. We've
Gonna
got all
have
day
to go
there.
back to California State, QSO party.
Did you get the right year?
Okay,
Did you get the right year?
kill that. Yeah, I got the right year.
You never want to be in the driver's seat.
No, I can tell.
Never.
Figure that one out real quick.
Sticks. Don't say that, we got elections coming up.
The ridge line to keep your powder dry.
According to this, we got 20, 40, and 80.
Okay.
That would make sense.
So unless somebody can prove otherwise,
Okay.
that's what we have, put it on all instead of last 20. Okay, so we'll go down here, and there's 40, 20. Yeah, we never were successful on 15.
I think the man wasn't there.
So I think when I left in the afternoon, there was no DX had been worked, at least not that I had seen.
Yeah.
And only 2 California counties had been worked.
Surf.
Yeah, wasn't much.
Well, but now it says there are 24 counties that were worked.
Shouldn't have left so soon, you would
I
have
know.
got in on the hot
It was
stuff
all
there.
that, yeah, it was all that 40-meter local stuff.
Well,
instead
40
of-
and 80 is local. and
Yeah.
20 is
We
on
were
skips.
clipping along pretty good though.
Yeah, well, 20, we got a lot of states. That's where we got all the states, a lot of them.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
The 20 meters were coming in strong on
20 was great. 40 wasn't bad
the
either.
hex
really.
beam there.
Yeah.
For 40, we went to the wire. The hex beam only goes down to 20.
We could have paid them 40 probably, but we want to get some county.
So the red indicates states work or the blue indicates states work?
What, red and blue?
The call zones 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. You got red states and you got blue states.
So
Oh, apparently,
the blue is worked.
yeah.
Brew to work more? No.
So we didn't do Rhode Island, Vermont, ME, which
Maine.
is Maine,
Wyoming.
Wyoming, Kentucky.
Nebraska.
Yeah, we're missing a few there.
Yeah.
Arkansas, Delaware.
We got Arkansas, yeah. Delaware.
What's AR then?
You know, if you get to Wyoming, you gotta work the jackalopes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a must.
Yeah.
Jackalope.
Alrighty then.
Work them all the time with the drive-up liquor stores.
That back
When you're looking for them, you can't find them, right?
to
We got
there.
one Hawaii, or maybe 2.
So there's a little tiny racks they have, but give them away.
Yeah, right.
Alrighty.
Well, that's not bad.
So then we need to talk about bug roundup. When's that happening?
Yeah, is it illegal in California? Have to get around to it?
What's that?
I'm being smart. I said it's illegal to buy Roundup anymore.
November 1920.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
November 19 and 20. 0 time.
actually starts evening of the 18th, doesn't it?
Okay, look that up. Enlighten us.
Well,
We usually start,
local time.
Friday?
Yeah, that was always a
Friday
discussion.
evening and go to
Because we have to put it
Sunday.
in universal time because
It'll be 4
people are in other time zones.
Yeah.
So it gets confusing.
Let me go to that email where I already validated the
We already
UTC
figured
to
it out.
local with
Yeah,
Mr. Time,
time
Yeah.
management.
Times are?
Times are.
the times are, exactly.
We're still doing it for 2 days?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. People can do it as long as they want. We don't have to man it.
Sure.
Well, sort of. On the chat. It's good if somebody
That
mans
worked
it.
okay last year. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, so it's Friday evening through Sunday afternoon, if I remember right.
correct.
Right, so UTC is at 0 Saturday the 19th to 0 Monday the 21st.
So 0 is
4 PM on Friday.
4 PM, because we're
4
in the
p.m.,
standard
which
time by then, right?
Translates
Right,
to,
8 hours.
Right now it's 5 because,
right,
And 4
because
PM
we're on
Saturday.
phony time,
but it's gonna become 4 on
Right.
Friday to 4 on
because
Sunday.
that's in November,
Yeah,
Right.
and we're on
After-
standard time by then.
after the time change.
So what was those dates again?
19th one.
Local or
At
UTC?
Greenwich or in California.
Just go Greenwich.
Mike and I go over this
The 19th?
over and over again on the date. We had more problems.
At 0, 0, 0, 0
Yeah,
to Monday the 21st at 0, 0, 0, 0.
Just to try
Yeah.
8 in California. It'd be-
21st, yeah, this Friday. Actually, it's Saturday.
Well,
Because,
it's Saturday the 19th UTC time.
Exactly.
Friday local time.
right, Friday local time.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. That's where the confusion comes in sometimes.
So full 40 hours,
So all my radio temperature time,
Yeah.
so I have no
3 hours.
full 48 hours.
Oh, okay,
8 hours.
I heard you wrong.
2
3
hour
hours, longer than
shifts.
that.
2-hour shift, yeah.
Yeah, 2-hour shifts we can sign up for.
Unless you get.
And that's something we have to get all set up too, is that,
Yeah.
yeah, that's another discussion.
Well,
Somebody did it
Maybe.
last time.
maybe one of them will.
It was me and Dave, and I'm happy to start. I already planned on working it if you want.
Best news I heard today,
Okay.
other than the fact that you got
Bob,
this
you're
working.
becoming very, very
You're
valuable.
Yeah, he is.
Well, I'm glad.
Sounds
you
like
think so.
officer material.
Yeah, it does.
Stop that.
All
I'm
right.
kinda liking the sound of that, Mike, you're right on it. That could be a he, she, or an it.
All righty then. So we got California QSO out of the way, we got Bug Roundup out of the way, and we got the Treasury report. So I think it's time for, not quite, we're only a half hour into it.
Oh, we're gonna do it in the next half hour.
Well, we got show and tell,
Does Ron know?
so we can have a
Ron know
break at
this?
the same time.
Yeah, I can do show and tell.
You can do show and tell, and who wants coffee?
I got.
I'm fine.
As long as it's decaf, I'll have some.
Well, one decaf.
I'm gonna go for decaf tonight.
Real
One at a
thing.
time, I got a short memory. We've got one
Okay.
decaf so far.
One real thing.
Real thing here, none of that phony.
Alrighty.
So Ron, our club sponsors once a year this thing called the Bug Roundup. Meaning we put a notice in online and magazines and all that kind of stuff. And we rotate our club call sign. And the whole idea of it is just to encourage everyone to use their old semi-automatic bugs and get them on the air and stuff, regardless on how bad you stink and how bad your spacing
It
is
doesn't matter.
and how long your gets are and that kind of
Everything
stuff.
above, yeah.
So it's something we've done. We've done it a number of years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a heck of a paperweight you got. That
So
thing's
we
bigger than you are.
I
volunteered
got a lot to do.
to use W6SFM and rotate it around the club members. So you sign up to be the control operator for the club call 2 hours at a time within that 48-hour period. And people try to work you and each other. And you just sit on bullshit about how old your bug is and who makes it and all that kind of stuff. So that's this coming November. We do that twice a year.
Yeah.
I think we do it twice a year.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is kind of the winter one.
Yeah, November and May.
Third week in November, third week in May, weekend, I mean. They're way out in, what, 2014.
Yeah, so there's a sign up list on when you want to be the control operator for W6SFM. And one thing that's kind of neat about it is that out-of-state members and all that kind of stuff get to be involved.
Yeah.
They pay their dues, they never get to eat the hot dogs or pizza or anything like that, they pay for it. But at least this thing,
So, you know, we gotta get something.
so we have, who's the guy in Colorado? Who,
Cap?
yeah, Cap.
Yeah,
He always done it. Guy in Texas does it every now and then.
Steve,
Yeah. So,
Steve up north, K7SF.
yeah, Oregon.
That guy at W8 do it for 20 years.
Yeah. So I,
With canvas.
Pretty cool. We're trying to get people to do it all night, and that hasn't happened yet.
So we had 2 decaf, right?
Yeah,
correct.
And one real thing.
you increased the RAM and got up to 2?
So when I get on the
Yeah.
coffee done, I'll do the show and tell here. Well, fine.
What you got there, Chris?
I'm gonna show you the 238, 10-stick tuner. I opened it up, you can see how nice it is inside. It's not all burnt up.
Well, it hasn't been used properly then.
Pop the lid off of there.
And no hot
This is
switching.
decaf?
No, sir, no hot switching. You got that
I
right.
heard the decaf
Mike.
over here.
Mine is decaf, right?
I'm a decaf.
The only
And he said, no, thanks.
I
I
said,
gotta take it over to the
You got
counter.
water, you want water?
I have water.
I want water, yeah.
Somebody else had decaf.
I
Yeah,
did.
it's brewing.
I'm gonna grab some cow if that's.
Oh, yeah, right there. Cow sugar, big
No
sugar,
sugar, no
and
cream.
big cow.
Are you sure that thing was ever used?
I
It
don't
doesn't
know.
look like it, does it?
It looks really good. Now, the only thing is the downstream broke.
Yeah, the dial string, but you don't care about that.
And something screwed up with this. That was-
Unbelievable.
In his favor.
I don't think that thing was ever used. There's not a single black mark
I
down
know,
there.
it
So
really
where
looks
did you
good.
get it, Chris?
Really good. I asked the guy what he's going for, he said 65. I said, what's wrong with it?
Automatic.
Said it looks wrong.
Exciting.
Nice, everything's nice.
Did you get that at the Lincoln Ham Fest? I'm still not exactly clear on.
Oh, you're the man. Thank you.
You want his real coffee?
Yeah.
And that's the wrong one.
Oh,
Wait, you're nice and tight, you know?
Chris, was that from Lincoln?
I did.
I saw you guys running around over there.
You can see you.
Yes, you did.
You did? I did? I saw you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. Okay, so we got the string on here.
What are you adding, Bob?
Phil's PowerPoint.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Did you check it for viruses first?
I did. It felt it,
I
and
only
it,
bring the best
You took its temperature and it was okay, huh?
It's the first one that's got a little red blip. 160 meter.
this one.
That's the one. Perfect.
KFPK?
Slideshow, start.
I'm not seeing start.
It should say begin slideshow.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Perfect.
All right.
Here's your coffee when you're ready.
Okay, here.
Thank you, sir.
That's decaf, right?
Yep.
Okay. You got it, John? Over the table?
What's that?
Where's the coffee?
Oh, it's coming.
So,
Okay, I'm gonna,
did you buy this, or did they give it to
You're
you?
the man.
buy it?
What's that?
What'd you pay for the tuner, Chris?
50.
$50.
The guy wanted 65 because what's wrong with it? The dial string broke.
Yeah.
I said, how about 50? So,
What would you have a dial string for?
It's gonna slide around.
That's right.
It's a,
Rotary inductors on the.
right, rotor, no,
The indicator is.
the indicator is, it's just
Yeah.
an indicator. It's
Instead
like
of,
the old radios.
instead of a
Yeah.
turn counting dial, you got a slide.
Now,
Yeah.
Right,
so, I don't know what happened.
But he just counts it anyway, so. Okay, anybody else need coffee?
Go try to figure this, how to get this.
Nobody else? Okay.
Broken or what yet, so I gotta.
We got the goodies over here too.
Oh, really?
Oh, right. Not Phil, sorry. Mike Brock.
Mike is such a good guy.
He is.
I do that so I don't have to hold office.
You know, you make a really good wife.
Yeah, I'm gonna do one of these things here.
Well, I do,
Those are pretty good.
They are.
I do about 95% of the cooking at home, so.
Do you
Yeah,
really?
that's a good setup, yeah.
I kinda like to eat the same day.
There you go.
That's what it takes, huh?
Yeah,
Well, I thought when she retired.
Oh, we don't do what we gotta do.
Is she now?
yeah,
She's
yeah,
still,
you gas.
she's still doing her. Well, right now,
I'm
dude.
gonna have a cheese it.
if you don't
I already
run
ate too
out,
many.
don't
I
It
ate about half of those
was
already.
like this long.
Yeah, you got it.
Like when I deliver donuts.
Yeah,
What do you mean there's only 3 donuts left? You got a dozen.
quality control.
Yeah.
Chris,
Chris,
just
you want,
every 5
you
minutes.
want a snack?
Sure. Let me go show
We
you
got-
up on the camera here now. Let you.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta plug the
Yeah, one
camera
thing
back
at a
in
time.
now.
How pretty it
Good
is.
snack later.
Show them the coil, all that other stuff
Have you fired it up?
in here. Ooh, what do you got there?
Yeah, can we go back on camera?
Yeah, might as well.
Working on it.
Okay.
Have it over here. Okay. This thing over here?
Want me to take it and show it at the camera?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I got it.
Show what I got for $50.
What is it? Good for 10,000 watts, isn't it? You take it to KPH and use it.
Oh, they would blow that thing to dust.
There's the backside.
It's 5 kW through it.
There's the front side.
The only problem is that the trim's messed up on the right, but I don't know if you're up with that. Yeah.
Looks pretty good tonight.
Is rated for legal limit?
Mm-hmm.
Probably what,
And
200 watts?
then
Yeah, that's the first of a series of 3
the
different.
pretty stuff inside.
I don't believe it.
There we go, perfect.
All right.
Oh, you can see it there.
Good puzzle.
Kevin says, I'd like to buy a vowel. Okay.
You wanna buy a round?
Buy a vowel. I'm playing Vanna.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna put this beside your chair.
Okay, thanks. What's the coffee, John?
Somewhere in there, yeah.
So you want real coffee, Chris?
Yeah,
That's my coffee, Chris.
don't worry, it's a,
Close.
I didn't do anything.
Okay.
You want real, not decaf, right, Chris?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
For a while.
There's a chair behind you if you want it.
Oh, thanks.
That's not true, it's balanced, it's balanced.
So your show and tell is part of the presentation, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
He's got that transmitter that competes. with
High power.
Okay, yeah,
Oh,
just down a few decimal places.
oh yeah, this thing is a bit up on YouTube. That's what it is. When we're done.
You make good coffee, John.
He does, huh?
Fancy machine, yeah. It's all in the, whatever you buy for the pod.
Mr.
Yeah,
Curry.
right.
What you get. Mr. Curry, huh?
Well, you're not using no leftover, coffee either.
That's
three
true.
weeks- 3 weeks old.
I remember what I used to get in Vietnam. It wasn't quite like this.
No.
Not quite, Phil?
Not quite.
2 sips and off to the latrine, I remember that.
You know, my favorite part of being over there,
2 sips and off to the latrine.
Yeah, not with.
my favorite part of being over there was when you go into the shower and you saw the ice cubes come out of the shower head.
That's a cold shower, man.
Wake you up in the morning.
If you, whoa.
I think showers lasted all of 9.6 milliseconds.
Well, they are required.
Probably kill you now.
Well, if you wanted to sleep in the same barracks as the other guys.
Yeah.
Matter of
Yeah.
fact,
You got drafted?
I did.
Oh, you poor sucker. Well, really, what, 8 to 13 months?
What
No?
was your draft number?
I didn't have a draft number.
Oh, damn.
Me neither. Those came out after I was already in the Army.
The draft
Oh, I
board
think,
told me
John.
since
Oh,
you
that was like-
flunked out of college, you get to go to Vietnam.
Couldn't say no.
So I did.
Well, you came back, that's the main thing.
I think so.
In one piece.
And I got to go water skiing on the Quaviet River.
Down in the Mekong?
No, I was up in I-Corps.
Oh. That must've been fun, huh?
What's I-Corps? The upper, there's four corps or 4 divisions in Vietnam.
Yeah.
And the upper one was what they call I-Corps, the first.
Upper meaning north?
Yes, I was up in Da Nang.
Oh, the dang, yeah, that's nice duty there, right?
It was.
Got anybody else to let in here?
I don't
Yes,
know.
we are.
There's 3, waiting
Sorry.
room 1.
I wasn't paying attention.
Where do you see that?
Right on the left, the light blue square.
Waiting to be admitted.
Oh, up there. Oh, okay. John, KE0.
UW, we worked here.
Yeah.
Kansas.
Put that in your notes.
Oh, yeah.
One more for the count.
Somebody gotta have a picture up there.
Yeah,
There he is.
we were a couple of guys. We were at Tom, UFC, and IET. Rick, so that was good.
I gotta wash that sticky stuff off my fingers. It was good sticky stuff though.
Where you got sticky fingers?
It is good stuff, yeah.
Marshmallow and butter.
I forget one of those. Well, that way you won't drop anything.
Okay. Now we have 3 online.
Oh, yeah, who's the other one now? Oh, DUW. Hey,
You're not talking about online. You got those guys, right?
Yeah,
David and Kevin,
yeah, I got him.
and now there's John.
I'll get him in there.
Okay.
I'll remember. Kind of late back there.
So how are you tonight, John?
Well, I'm doing really well.
Good,
Hey,
good.
how's your signal back there?
The
How do we
signal
look?
back there, it's great on Zoom.
Trouble hearing you, but
Well, that's because he
Well-
had mute on. That's all.
Oh, let's see.
No problem.
You're
Does
getting
that
out.
help any?
I'm at 40 meters.
Oh, 40 meters. Yeah.
Did we blow your way over back there? Or,
Yeah, I made a contact.
yeah, you were kind of weak out here, but we got you.
Yeah, it was weak.
Chris doesn't forget anything.
Yeah, that happens,
We,
you know.
for you.
But I tried in the morning and I couldn't hear beans on 20 meters. I even fired up that Northern Utah SDR and I couldn't pick you up on that. I
On
was
20,
thinking, okay.
oh, should have heard you on 20, but yeah, well.
Yeah, but later that night, I came back and there you were, working great.
If it was 20 meters, I bet if you had fired up one of the East Coast SDRs, you would have heard us.
Oh, yeah.
That's who we were talking to.
Yeah,
East
great.
Coast.
Really? Okay.
your coffee? No.
No,
Good,
2
thank you.
decaf and a regular.
Huh?
Yeah, 2 decaf and a regular.
Yeah.
So you got them all.
Everybody's got it. Okay.
But you got a trick on Zoom I don't know about.
Yeah, we were a little slow getting on with the Zoom this morning, today, but at least we have a solid signal this time.
Well, I had my Aries net from 7 to 7:30 your time, so
Ah, okay.
So how's the picture? You got a good quality picture now?
pictures is a good quality considering the depth of field you've got there.
Yeah.
And the
I
material.
mean,
Considering the faces you got to look at too, I mean.
yeah, it's not much in the way of faces. I see the back of a head and
Yeah, well, we're just talking about
some of
quality.
the distance, but hey, that works.
We're not talking
The back
about,
of the head is the
we're not talking about
best.
the material you're looking at, the quality of that material, is it coming through in its true production?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try not to have too much shine going on
In
here.
other words, you see all the gray or whatever you're.
Well, be careful. There's shine back here too, and gray.
Solar panels are in style now, so you're okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, if I could just get Kansas to treat solar like California does, I'd be in business.
Hey. All right,
No more show and tell, huh?
that's it.
Oh, Carol wants in,
Oh, Carol.
Okay, thank you for monitoring that.
up top on the right.
What did you heard what you just said?
Oh, you just turned the participants.
Oh, I'm working on it, yeah.
Now go back,
Let's see here.
go back down low where it says participants.
Yeah,
Click
click
on
that.
Oh, let her in.
No, just click where it says, yeah, there.
There you go.
I'll go to
And
the
then
upper
she'll
right.
come up and then you go up to the top right, click on Carol and admit. You're a master.
There we go.
Hey, you're on the master now.
I can't help it with all the help I get.
Yeah, muted, Carol?
Evening, Carol. Oh, she's not quite joined, she's joining.
There she,
Oh, good, just unmute
she'll
you.
be there momentarily.
Yeah.
She got the camera off.
Oh,
Doesn't have her audio hooked up
I never turned mine on. We don't have one.
That's okay. We know what you look like.
Well, you know what I always say, I have a house full of mirrors and I never use them.
That's right.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. It could be a lot worse.
Brand new, never been used.
At least I caught my hair. I don't think Patty would let me out the door.
There's Carol,
Otherwise,
she's fully into the meeting, I think.
There she is.
hey.
Hi there.
Hi,
Evening.
Carol.
Carol.
Howdy.
Yeah, just got back from being with my dad.
Ah,
Yeah. He's hanging in there.
How's he doing?
It's day to day, sometimes better and sometimes not, so, but declining.
Yep.
That's the way it is, hospice care.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what, is he 96? Is that what he is?
Yeah, he's 96.
Wow.
really? That's,
Well, you got some good genes. Hopefully you'll
Yeah.
get some of those.
Yeah. So, just getting weaker every day and losing weight, but that's, shall see how much longer he lasts. I go be with him every day. Tomorrow, actually, I'm driving up to Reading. There's a Ham Fest Saturday morning, so
Really?
I'll get there, check in the hotel, because I don't like to drive at night. And it's a nice little gathering. They usually have, I don't know, about 20 or 30 people show up there. It's a nice little small, close-knit group there that go to that Ham Fest up there in Reading. It's a nice drive too.
You might see Bud Drummond up there.
Yeah, I haven't seen
Yeah.
him at the Ham Fest late. I've been to the last, I think 2 or 3 years, but I don't think he goes to this. But yeah, I know it's his stomping ground.
That's a 3-hour drive, easy.
Yep, it's about 3 hours.
Yeah, it's 3 hours. Yeah, he could get there in his tricycle just in a few minutes, I'm sure.
Yeah, just come by and say hi and leave, huh? Pretty much.
That'd be nice. Yeah.
At least it won't be 110.
105 maybe.
Yeah,
One time
there
I
you
was
go.
up there in October one
That
year.
place is even hotter than Sacramento.
I know, it was 112 one day up there in October. I was up
I
there.
did a job up there for a couple of months, but fortunately it was all indoor air conditioned.
Yeah.
The AT&T office
Oh, nice. I bet they
had
did-
all the comforts of home.
Yeah,
I did have to leave and get into the vehicle and
that wasn't too nice.
drive to the motel,
Yeah,
but,
They don't-
other than that, it was a pretty soft job.
no Delta breeze up there.
No,
And
Bill
my
knows all about
25th High school class reunion up there.
that's where you grew up, right? Was
Yeah, I
right in
ran
there.
into a number of people who had just moved back to Reading. And of each of them, I asked, why?
Why? What made you decide you?
Well, to each their own, I guess.
96 tomorrow in Reading.
Oh, all right.
What's it gonna be here, according to Ziggy there?
2, 3, somewhere in there.
Yeah, okay, so
94 today supposedly.
about
Well, in
5
Reading,
degrees
if
higher.
it's 96 at 5, it'll be 95 at midnight.
Yes.
Ah,
Yeah, that's about
doesn't cool
right.
down at night, huh?
Yeah.
That's a big
You
item.
have no breeze.
No breeze.
No
This
breeze.
year we had some of that weather
Had all
too.
the smoke this year.
Not as bad as last year.
Yeah, it's going to 96 in Reading, but that's late in the afternoon. By the time the Ham Fest is done at noon, it'll only be 80 degrees. So I
That'll feel
won't be
cool.
It's
Yeah.
chilling in Reading.
Come
Chilly,
down where
yeah.
it's cool.
It'll feel chilly, yeah.
Yeah. People wearing
Bring
coats.
a jacket.
So did you get any answers to when you asked why they?
They just got
Come back.
these looks, these strange looks. Well, I grew up here, they'd say. Yeah.
Oh,
You know
You
about
don't
that?
realize there's a whole world out there?
you were native Sacramentan? Remember, it used to be a big deal when you were born here.
Good fishing, good mountain biking.
Yeah, it's
I
got
got a
its
brother who
advantages.
lives up there. He's a civil engineer and
Yeah.
a lot of work to do. And Northern
Does he like
California.
air conditioning?
He's got 2 units.
Just-
Yeah.
At least, yeah. Get a backup.
But he's got a nice place on acreage outside of town.
Iowa?
Only been a back away twice.
Only twice, yeah.
Well,
I
it
got
can
back
happen
when
anyway.
Once in Napa, with flood.
Yeah, it can happen anyway. There's
Oh, Napa? Napa's nice.
something wrong everywhere sometime.
Was that?
What side of town?
Yeah, house across the street. I burned down.
Really fun.
It's kind of a wake-up call.
Yeah, got
Rough, for sure.
sprinklers on the roof and everything.
I had 2 friends up in Reading that got completely wiped out when that big fire went through. That's it, 6, 7 years ago.
Oh,
Something
yeah.
like that.
You went west of there?
Been that long? Guess so.
No, it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, I think.
It was last 2 years
Pretty,
ago.
pretty ugly.
Yeah, it was bad.
Presentation day.
Yeah, I guess we're ready for Phil.
Are you
Yeah.
ready?
Time for
We're ready.
Phil.
All right.
Not Dr. Phil
I need
either.
a chair, John. All right. Need to put his PowerPoint back. I grabbed my genuine.
So how do you switch to PowerPoint?
It'll be a quiz after
Once you
this.
do
or
that,
can I-
You just throw it up on the screen.
It's late. Almost 8 o'clock.
You're gonna talk about how to get rid of the flamethrower, huh?
Oh, okay, you just open the file,
Bingo.
Okay.
Ah.
Oh.
We're set.
Gonna share that with the gang?
Okay. Here we go.
All right.
Here I got some of these props
Okay,
here.
get something?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay.
Like the professional wisdom
He's
here.
got toys.
I got all kinds. I got toys upon toys. Well, anyway, a couple of meetings back, John and I were talking about his operations on 160 meters. And he mentioned to me that sometimes he thinks there's something wrong with his rig. He can't hear the stations that can hear him quite well. And that got me to thinking maybe he's got an issue with broadcast interference. 160 meter bands, very close to the high end of the AM band. So,
Without even hearing it though? You're saying it,
Well, 'cause if you
oh, okay.
noise,
So-
Stay tuned, you'll tell me.
what
Okay.
happens here, if you see this thing says receiver blocking gain compression, this is out of the antenna book. They talk about blocking dynamic range and what can happen if you have a very strong signal that's close to the signal you're listening to, it'll actually cause your receiver to desense. And so I got to thinking about that, wondering what could cause that. And, oops, let's go this way. This is KFBK.
Yeah, big.
This is just outside of Lincoln. It's a 50,000 watt station. Those are vertical full wave vertical elements, a pair of them in phase. If you see that big blob in the middle of them, that's where they're feeding those. They're a full wave vertical.
Excuse me, am I supposed to see something here? All I'm seeing is
Oh, you're not seeing anything?
nothing. I just see W6SFM
I'm
SF1.
sharing the screen.
That's what I was wondering, you weren't sharing it.
Did you put in your password?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess get to do it again.
Nobody gets any mercy.
Well, thanks for telling us.
There it is. Yeah.
Hey.
You got it?
Okay, yeah, start over again now, Phil.
Gotta move this thing so I can get to the start the show business.
Oh, whatever you
Get
need.
to practice.
I got in your backyard.
Love it.
Come on.
I'd love it even more if I was renting it to KFPK.
There we go.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
All right.
Now, you said full.
You see that now, Carol?
Yes.
Question,
Full wave or half wave?
full
They're-
wave or halfway?
They're full
Yeah.
wave. There's a half wave up and a half wave
Is
down,
that right?
fed in the middle.
Been called a
How long
Franklin
again?
antenna, I believe, one of the very
They're
few.
700 or 677 feet tall.
Franklin is fed in the middle?
This thing is, I think so.
These
yeah.
are Franklin.
There's
these
only
are
what,
Franklin.
3 others in the country,
Right.
very rare.
So in any event, that's an awful lot of signal.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I've got this all figured out, right? So they talk about these Franklin antennas, and it states that according to the FCC, KFBK puts out 3,545 millivolts per meter, which happens to be the highest field strength of any US AM station.
All right.
So Rush Limbaugh wasn't wrong when he said it was
It's
a
a
flamethrower.
flamethrower.
Yeah,
That's true.
So probably that's what's going on, right?
yeah.
So I set up my spectrum analyzer. How can I? Do you see just the spectrum analyzer trace, Carol, or do you see this other stuff in there too?
I see the trace. It looks like the capture of your Rigol. Yeah.
That one?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh, right.
Let's go
I
back.
see the filter.
Okay, let's go back. So in any event, you can see this
You can
trace
move that
one.
around too if you want.
This dot one, that's KFBK, but recognize that my house, my QTH is probably, I don't know, 25, 30 miles away, but it's still a fairly strong signal. This is the AM band from 530 up to 1600. So that's a fairly strong signal. So I got digging in ARRL literature, and they have a filter they recommend for broadcast interference. And if you look at that filter, you see where this red arrow is down here. You'll see that at 1530, that filter is not very effective,
Mm.
right? So I decided I'd build my own filter.
Ooh.
So here's that filter.
Anybody else waiting to get in there?
I can't tell from here.
Do you want to feel it, Chris?
Yeah.
In any event, I went online and I found this little filter design program called
We got
RF Tools.
That pen? It'd probably be a what, high cut?
No, it's
high
a
cut
notch filter. It's a notch
A
filter.
notch filter for one frequency.
Absolutely, which is 1530. So I designed this filter. And just to make sure I've got it right, I used another program. This one's called Elsie. And you can see the depth of this notch. I mean, that's pretty substantial, don't you think?
Mhm.
So I put that thing together, and let's go back. That's what that filter looks like. It's just 3 inductors and 3 capacitors, and let's see if it works.
Okay.
So here we go. We got KFBK center of the spectrum analyzer again, and at this point, it's a minus 37 dBm signal. before I put the filter in line. After the filter, it's down to minus 89 dBm. So that's over 50 dB of attenuation.
Wow.
You want to-
That gets rid of KFBK, right?
Yeah.
So I assumed I knew the problem. I built a solution to the problem,
No?
but at this point, I still don't know if it's a problem. Because we didn't test it with your rig, right?
That's what we should do next, yeah.
So here is a chart of what you need to do to test. You need a source of 160 meter signal at about minus 100 dBm, so your receiver can lock into that signal. And then you couple that with an external signal generator at the AM frequency, or you can use your external antenna. You tie these together through a 6 dB coupler
Okay.
and try your receiver.
Then you find out.
So here is that 160 meter source of signal. This particular one produces a signal at minus 54 dBm.
That's what that's for.
That's what that's
Yeah,
for.
for.
That's your 160 meter
I put it
signal.
right beside your coffee cup if you want to look at it.
I looked at it.
He's already been there.
Oh, you already, well, I'm gonna
I
steal
took
it away
apart
from
and
you.
dissected it.
So anyway, you build one of these transmitters. That one, I didn't do a very good job of putting an attenuator in there. So I've got an external attenuator that you can use to, let me see, that was next, no, that's the signal source. And then you can add another external attenuator. This one goes from 0 to 120 dB of attenuation. So
Oh.
you add about another 50 or 60 dB of attenuation using that sucker.
Yeah, really.
So we get that signal way down there. And then you need what's called a 6 dB hybrid coupler, which is also called a return loss bridge.
Hmm.
And here is one of those.
And it does.
And here's another one of those. You can see it's nothing more than a little torrid and 3 resistors. 2 different ones. That one on the right in the homemade box, I built probably 20 years ago. And that's a picture of what it looks on the inside. If you look down here, you can see these little tiny 49.9 ohm surface mount resistors. And I just carved those traces with an X-Acto knife to build that little coupler. So now we got all the pieces, return loss bridge. You can also use that return loss bridge to measure SWR, which is kind of cool. So here is what it would look like. In this case, I tried this on 40 meters. This is the signal coming out of my signal generator at minus 12.7 dBm. And with that, if you put a good load on the end of it, depending upon how much signal you suck away from this 12.7 dBm, that gives you what's called return loss, which you can translate into SWR. So here's where that return loss comes in. It's minus 48.78 dBm. And if you do the math, that works out to, oh God, where'd it go?
So that's the last slide.
How did I miss that?
You still call them slides, huh?
Yeah, I do. Well, in any event, that works out to an SWR of about 1.01 to 1.
Oh.
So that return loss bridge works incredibly well. Well, the bottom line is, after I put all this together, and I tried that with my K3S, I could not get it to desense at 10 milliwatts within 5 kilohertz of that signal. So with my receiver, KFBK is not an issue. I don't know about anybody else's receiver. I tried it with this little,
Excuse me, even without the filter, you couldn't get it to desense.
no.
So it's not a very good receiver to test it with.
Well, the
It's too good of a
receiver is
receiver.
extremely good at
Right.
rejecting adjacent
But for the
channels.
test, it doesn't tell you anything because it already has its all built in.
But I tried it with one of these little home-built jobbers, and it blew my receiver off the wall.
Right.
So it all depends on your rig. So I built this stuff so that you can test it. You're welcome to borrow my minus 54 dBm transmitter and my hybrid coupler
And don't transmit through it.
and my little attenuator. And basically, you can either use a signal generator or your antenna. You hook your antenna into this thing, the other side of this coupler. And if all of a sudden the signal drops, you know that your receiver is very sensitive to adjacent channel interference.
Now, you would have your antenna hopefully tuned at a proper frequency with your tuner, right?
Well,
Resonate the thing?
I don't think he's got an antenna tuned to 15, 30 kilohertz.
No, I'm talking about where you can transmit.
No,
But you're right, I know what you're saying, yeah.
it's just how much signal you pick up within your world. You've got a signal generator with a calibrated level. That's an even better way to determine how sensitive your receiver is. But even your own antenna will give you an idea if it's sensitive to that strong signal source. So again, it was just kind of one of those things that happened in discussion. I played with it, and I was surprised at how well these things work. That filter is amazing.
Yeah.
That's over 50 dB of attenuation. Here's another little step attenuator I did with slide switches, which is a fairly easy thing to build. But if you're interested in trying it, you're welcome to borrow this stuff and give it a whirl and see how it fits together for you.
Another thing you can do is tune in a weak signal on 160 meters and then switch that in.
Yeah.
See the difference it makes.
No,
No?
No?
you tune in a signal, well, yes, on 160 meters.
Yes.
Using the hybrid coupling, and then you connect your antenna to it.
Right.
No, you connect the transmitter, of course, to it,
I don't transmit.
and your antenna, and see what
But
the
I mean,
effect is.
You could just switch in the filter and see if you notice a difference too. Less scientific.
You could do that. You could do that.
Yeah.
But there could be another AM station that's causing the problem too.
Right, I don't know,
So
in my
you-
area,
True.
I have 1320. That comes real loud at night, but luckily it doesn't really bother me.
At the point too, it's
It all depends upon what.
evening when I'm
That's right.
trying to use 160.
So again, it's easy to figure out what's going on. It doesn't take a lot of equipment. This thing is one transistor and one crystal. This thing is one little tiny toroid and 3 resistors. And you can determine whether or not you do have an issue with broadcast interference. Any questions?
Wow.
Anybody have an S40B they can try it with?
Yeah.
That's 43.
Or my helicopter's S120.
Actually, they might be pretty good, lower receivers are pretty good.
Well, gentlemen, that
Very good.
concludes my my little presentation. Was that of any interest?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That's great.
Yeah, that was good. Let me just say that these strong AM stations were the stations that we really liked when we first built our crystal radio sets.
Yes.
Different perspective.
Yeah, I was so close to WCBS in New York, the flagship station of the CBS radio network, that when I first built the crystal radio, I could hear the sound out of the crystal earpiece completely across the room. It was that strong.
Up a signal, whoa.
Or you could go to your dentist and have a special filling put in, you can hear it right here.
Right, do it to 1530 and you'll hear it all day.
That's
All
whiskey
right.
filling.
Oh, cool.
Done.
Thanks.
Hope you
Thank
enjoyed it.
Bill.
Thanks, Phil.
We did.
Okay, I have a question.
Try that.
What's that?
He had a problem with his reception on 160.
Mhm.
You thought it was this AM broadcast station, so you worked on it. You found out it wasn't that. Have you figured out what it is?
Well, we haven't figured out it wasn't the case. He hasn't tried it.
I haven't tried it on
Oh,
mine.
you hadn't tried it yet, okay.
We tried it on,
I
Phil tried it
mine.
on his $4,000 receiver, but we haven't tried it on mine.
Okay,
So it's,
so that'll be a report for next month then.
yeah.
Right, we're gonna report next time. That'd be interesting, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, this filter, if you're using a transceiver, the filter should be robust enough to handle the RF power you're gonna put through it. If it's in the common antenna lead
Sure.
coming from the transmitter and the receiver.
Well, this particular filter is designed to evaporate with a transmitter.
Yeah, I think it would, yeah. Looks like.
Right, it'll be like you never had it.
But that's a good point. You could build one,
You gotta hide the evidence, right?
could build one that would work.
Or you could use your separate receive antenna input.
Yeah.
Do you have one on that radio?
Mine's
Not
got
on that radio, I have one. on
No,
the
I do on
SDR.
mine, my little $600 one, yeah, I do.
Or switching mechanism.
Now, if you were going to build a robust filter like that you could transmit through, the other issue is you'd have to make sure that it maintains the 50 ohm impedance over
Yeah.
the frequencies you're transmitting on.
Right,
Yeah, that too.
now you can do other components, right?
You know, I'm not sure you can do it.
I'm not sure either because it's so close.
Oh, I know you
We have to
could.
evaluate the impedance.
You remember those, band test orders we did about 8 years ago, John?
Yeah.
And the power supply boxes?
Mhm.
It'd be
Well-
interesting.
Those worked pretty
You need
well.
a pretty wide
Yeah, they did.
filter
They were, yeah, I bet it is.
to accommodate that. And this thing's wound with them, these inductors are wound with 28 gauge wire on Torrens. We'd have to drag out some 10 gauge
Yeah, big
Wow.
stuff, big.
and some good sized Torrens.
Yeah.
14 gauge maybe.
One of the tricks that they used to do was to put a shorted coaxial stub in the line, and it would act as a notch.
Right.
Yeah, you can do that too.
I don't think it would be as many dB suppression as what you have with that circuit. Because the Q would not be as that high.
What fraction of a wavelength would you need on the stub?
Well,
It's gonna be a long piece of.
Long.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, it could be,
let's see,
see, it could be a quarter or quarter wave open end or a shorted half wave, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
You're
that's not
exactly
practical.
yeah, right, quarter way shorted, so that'd be what, about,
That's a lot of coax.
not a cold. Now, you can use it like a capacitor, you can make
No,
a
you
capacitor out
can
of
use
it,
some RG58.
yeah.
Don't you have
Or
some-
RG59, cheap stuff.
I was gonna say some old Radio Shack stuff.
Well,
Just from that good Radio Shack
that would
coax,
cause
yeah.
another problem.
Well, you can make a capacitor out of it, you know,
Yeah.
what, 30 pucks for a foot, about, that's standard.
Probably easier to build a.
I think first we had to find out if it's a problem.
Yep.
Yeah, RG58,
Your opening slide says that.
Yeah.
the RG58U cable as a capacitor could only withstand about 1500 volts.
Yeah, but you can use,
RF.
you could use, what's the other stuff, RG 303, the real skinny stuff, it's good for about 3 or 4 kilovolts.
Mhm.
The Teflon stuff,
Oh, okay.
Teflon works pretty well for high voltage.
it does, yeah. I have a balance.
I guess you could make a coil out of it, it wouldn't matter, would it?
No,
It wouldn't have to be stretched out.
Well, anyhow, that was the experiment.
very good, Phil, yeah,
Good.
cool.
Well, I would like to see if you get a test of, proof of your result there by doing it, putting it on the receiver and seeing if it eliminates that interference. That would be the next step. I think that would be really interesting if you could do that.
Yeah, then we know that it really works.
Yeah,
Very well done. Thank you, Phil.
You're welcome.
yeah.
Yeah, I never thought about desensitizing. Since it wasn't interfering, you don't hear the radio station on
Right.
160.
Well, sometimes you just hear noise, you know.
Just the fact that it's close enough.
Yeah,
You hear it as noise, yeah, okay.
You can know it, you hear mixing products sometimes.
That's another symptom.
All right.
Very cool.
And the relationship between overload and desensing.
It depends upon the design of the receiver. Some are more
Proximity.
susceptible than others, and you get, as he was talking about, sometimes you get mixing artifacts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's another
you
problem,
just
isn't
don't
it?
know till you
It's-
try it.
yeah, it's hard to chase that.
If your interference signal is close enough to what you're listening to,
Well,
that's why I like to overload, you just flat out overload it.
Right.
If it's like farther away, like KPK is 160, you can just potentially desense it.
no.
Well, see, the KFPK is 1530, and
Yeah.
I think that crystal I had was like 60, or
What's the crystal for?
1.8,
Oh,
1.83.
down to 18 something.
That's pretty close.
Yeah, it's close.
It's 300 kilohertz. Or
Yeah. Okay,
still
that's
fairly
what it does.
close.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's
Pretty cool.
surely something I never thought about. Thank you for that.
Yeah, yeah, good exercise.
So any more show and tell?
I can bring mine back.
Any more bright ideas anybody has?
You wanna see my junk again? I don't think Carol saw it, he wouldn't hear
Oh, Mike
it.
just
Just bring
got
that
done,
back again.
Mike just got done putting the cover back on.
Oh.
I didn't put the screw back in.
He didn't put the screws back in.
Anyway, my $50 fine.
What's that?
Dirty briefcase.
Oh,
Hey, $50 tuner,
I think nobody ever.
exactly what he needed.
It's what I needed, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't smoke.
Like the old one does.
what's your old tuner?
Same thing almost.
Maybe it
Is it old
wasn't old
1010?
enough to smoke.
That's what I
This
said.
old one is a
It's old enough
1010
to
also?
smoke.
Yeah, it looks like, I looked at it, it looks like there's springs that hold the wheel against the rotor inductor
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that were weak.
It's weak, yeah.
And then it's all burned up in a spot, but it looks like, I didn't see any deep pitting or anything, so
Yeah,
probably could clean it up and put a couple of good springs on there and
yeah.
still use
Is it
it.
the same model or is it different model?
Different model earlier.
Was it
Rolled earlier, yeah. It got some other issues.
Almost like.
It was a kit, so whoever built the kit,
Same thing, only different?
Pretty
well,
much, yeah, same thing
yeah.
over there.
there's some other issues.
Well, he was looking for a rotor inductor from the Hamfest.
I found that.
Those are hard to come by.
Yeah. Well, the guy had one of those,
Yeah.
but it was a little too long to fit in there.
Hmm.
But then he had that also, so
That's a good looking piece of equipment.
it is.
Yeah.
Just the dial indicator doesn't work, but that's
Need a
okay.
piece of string.
Yeah.
Well, you can see it laying there in the bottom, but I don't know where, how that had a mount yet. I have to pull it apart tomorrow. All right.
You know, you can probably find
I really don't
a
need it.
manual online that shows you how to restring that dial.
I just get the noise where it maxes out and then kind of just bring it in from there, you know?
Yeah, some of those diagrams are pretty busy.
Yeah.
Like a serpentine bell on a car, you know, yeah.
You know, there was a company called Sam's Photo Factory.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
And
Go down there.
every radio in the world,
Yep.
part of the
back
instructions were how to restring
Yeah,
the dial.
every one of them
Oh,
was different
yeah.
too.
Yep.
Everyone.
And they're nightmares.
I got pretty good at
I
it.
used to use a spring out of a pin, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, the great 2B I had a dial cord in it like that, and it would break every once in a while.
Or they slip.
I got good at doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Slip, yeah.
And then they had that dial string dope that you could put on there so
Yeah,
it wouldn't slip.
beeswax or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was sitting there working on mine one night, somebody came over and said, how can you work on this stuff in the dark?
And he
That
said,
was
"No
really
problem."
bad, Chris.
Probably a true story.
It's a true story. Happened more than once.
Yep. I'm amazed you can work on that stuff.
I could work on
In the
tube
dark.
stuff, it was pretty good, you know, it was big enough.
I got some surface mount stuff you can drive.
Looks like grains of sand to me.
I'm not that brave.
Sorry,
I don't mind doing a kit that has the surface mount stuff already mounted.
I wish.
That's not the same game.
No, it's not. But when I heard you're supposed to smear the solder on there and bake it in the oven, 400 degrees for 8 hours or something, and that.
425, like your Papa Murphy.
Yeah, like the Papa Murphy's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was enough. I don't know how the components survive, but they do, obviously.
You know, if
Because
you ever
everything's
work
built
with that
that way.
stuff, it's amazing.
It
You
is.
put the tiniest little dab of solder paste, set the part in the solder paste, and I've got this little device to hold the part down, a little palm.
Oh,
And you
yeah.
take your little, it looks like a little tiny heat gun. It's a little hotter soldering iron, and you just heat it, and pretty soon the solder, that black paste turns
Falls
to
into
solder.
place.
And you'll see the part position itself on the pads
Oh,
by
wow.
surface tension.
Wow, yeah.
And it's perfect. It's
Perfect.
amazing.
You got the real solder using that fake stuff?
No, you use paste.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
call
you got
it
the
solder
paste,
and
yeah.
paint, which is what? Solder mixed with flux or something.
There is, yeah.
Solder paste used to be what the plumbers used.
Right, when I was at the court.
Solder
They did?
paste.
They did?
It was flux, they called it solder.
Yeah, flux.
Oh,
Oh,
flux along with their acid core solder.
No acid
No.
core on plumbing.
just flux only, right?
Really?
Yeah,
That's
it's copper. You don't
No.
need, you don't need acid for copper.
I thought it was.
No, acid's for sheet iron and things like that.
Oh.
Acid should
Man in the
never,
trees.
never be in the ham shack.
Never.
Acid core solder should not be allowed at all.
I always used to try and
Within
get some of
100
my
feet of the ham
friends.
shack.
You'll see it at Hamfest, people trying to sell it.
I know a guy that built a radio using
Oh, look
that.
at it,
There
it's
it
a good bargain. It says, oh,
Yeah,
Pretty
you want
special.
it's not rosin.
You want to build some sheet metal stuff, yeah. Galvanized iron, that's
Good for that.
what it's good for.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't want that anywhere near copper stuff.
What else we got, boss?
I think that's it.
That's it.
Time to quit?
So what next
Looks
meeting?
like it.
Maybe
Okay.
so.
Class out early.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay. So what's happening next meeting?
That's to be determined. We'll come up with some.
DVD.
TBD. TBD.
DVD.
Determined. All right.
Okay.
Well, thank everyone for
Thank
showing
you,
up.
Kevin.
Well, thanks for hosting.
Thank you.
And the
Yeah,
refreshments.
Yeah.
The coffee, the fellowship,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
and we have a man that came to rescue us,
Yes.
Bob the rescue.
Right. He got here just in the right time.
John was gonna slit his wrist.
Nah, I might kick a wall or something.
Don't take it that serious.
No. It is frustrating though.
Yeah.
When everybody's
Did
waiting
you
on
say
you.
fluctuating?
Frustrating.
Frustrating.
No, to fluctuate, you have to have a flux capacitor.
I have a story about that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, let's hear
There's
it.
a professor down at Stanford, Tom Lee, and he teaches microwave technology with CMOS semiconductor. And he wrote a book about CMOS semiconductors, it's a textbook, that thing. In there, he talks about designs using his flux capacitor design.
Was this before or after the movie came out?
Well, I'm sure it's after.
Oh, sure it is, yeah.
I thought that was classic,
Yeah.
Oh, that's
flux
The
capacitor.
guy has a sense of humor.
flux
yeah.
He
capacitor.
does, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
Are you going to Pacifica?
Yes,
We'll see you there.
I will be there.
Whose silver car is right outside the door?
Every mind.
What?
My motorcycle's in the way.
Oh, no problem.
Are you gonna go to the?
That's all right,
seminar?
you can run over it.
Yeah, I'll see you there.
Okay, good.
Chris,
Ugh.
I put some, Rice Krispie squares inside Patty's,
Oh,
little box,
Oh, that was
okay,
nice of you.
thanks, Mike.
so you can take those back.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
All right, folks,
Well,
pleasure.
Hope you
as
guys
always.
enjoyed them.
All right.
Yes.
And we got money.
Money.
That's good.
That's
Not
incredible.
a lot of it, but a little. Yeah, have we heard anything
Well,
more
we know
about
it's in
PayPal?
dollars, it's not
Don't worry
chump
about it.
change.
That's another
That's
story.
probably not
Hey,
an easy.
maybe we'll have to fill in my arm next Tuesday, huh? With all the money we got.
Well,
No,
let's not go crazy.
let's not go crazy.
All right, all right.
So write yourself a check and give me the check number.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I just do that when I do the others, which will be the next,
Yeah.
like you say, we need to vote on and all that. Get it all cleaned up, and
All right.
all of it out.
Get out of
Okay,
here.
good. All right. Better go put my stuff back together. Oh.
Well, yeah.
Meow.
Wow, you guys are fast.
Yeah, we got out early tonight.
Yeah, it's like, yay, getting out of school early.
Right, we're out early.
Yes, for me, I know it's time to go to bed. Okay. She does this every night. At a
Oh, really?
certain time,
Yeah.
she wants me to go to bed.
Oh, and turn out the light and come on.
It's like, it's time.
Right.
She's sitting there telling me I'm supposed to go to
Oh,
bed.
yeah. That's her,
Yeah,
that's her job in life.
yeah, I'll be there.
And whines all the time, man.
This is
Yeah.
signing file.
Well.
Whose phone?
Everybody gotta do it, right? Okay.
Whose phone?
Fine,
Oh, good.
thank you.
As people are driving away. All righty.
Well,
Oh, yeah, here and there.
All right. So you're gonna do the bug roundup chat?
I will, if that's okay with you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Positively. It's okay with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put it this way. Never mind, I'm just glad you're doing it. So what brand is your bike?
Harley.
It doesn't say Harley on it though.
It does.
You gotta show me, I couldn't find it last time.
Oh, you looked, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just
You
curious.
know what, you
I know
might be
you-
right, you might be
My
right.
jacket said Harley, so I figured, and it didn't say S and A either.
No, my jacket doesn't say Harley.
Oops.
Yeah,
See?
something did.
Yeah.
Something you wore did.
Now you're all
I
messed
might
up,
have a
John.
t-shirt that said Harley.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm coming, Tony, I'm coming. I'm almost done with my project. Almost done with my project.
All right.
Roll over, all that stuff.
Oh, up here.
Oh, you forgot somebody.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, you about 5 in the morning, you wake up and you walk out here.
Yeah. Who's that guy stumbling around?
Who's that coming around here?
He's the bathroom.
All right. All righty. All screwed up. Okay. That should do it. Oh, yeah. Okay. We got it. Okay, do all that now.
I have to end the Zoom here.
Oh, you gotta fix the Zoom. You gotta send. They're on YouTube later, right?
I might do it now.
Well, Rod, worked out okay.